Welcome to this video. We want to introduce to you the Startapp. Maximize your earning with monetization for your app using Startapp platform. Startapp Brains and Beauty. What do we mean by brains and beauty? Let's find out. You can join the Startapp network right now at ahmad.com/startapp, and you are more than welcome. Here we are started with the brains and beauty of mobile advertising. Startapp is programmatic, predictive, big data driven, innovative, creative, and interactive. And these are the main core features of Startapp. We say programmatic, you can add it programmatically to your application. Predictive, you can predict what's next. Big data driven, it's big data driven. The ads are shown in your app are based on your interactive in the web. So if you are visiting all the time Udemy courses, you're just gonna see advertisement about Udemy courses or educational content and so forth. It's innovative, it's a new way of displaying ads. It's very, very smart, and it's really innovative. It's creative. Every time we have new updates for the SDK, new features added, and I'm just impressed of their progress. And it's interactive. It's not just images advertisement. You have videos, you have animation, you have all these kind of animation. So in advertisement, the display of the advertisement. So it's really great platform, and it's really an honor for me to be a partner with Startapp. So about the Startapp, it's founded in 2010, in December 2010. Startapp today is one of the 50% of the top world grossing apps are using Startapp. Over 300 million monthly active user. Over 170,000 apps are based and using the Startapp SDK, and their offices are spread out the world. They have offices from San Francisco, New York, to Sao Paulo, and to Beijing. So they are spread out the world, and this is gonna be a really, really awesome platform. So it's not just based in the US, it's based and formed in every continent in the world. So this is something great. About the Startapp framework, or Startapp monetization, let me say framework, they have over 100,000 apps that are using the Startapp SDK, over 300 million monthly active users. So just keep looking at this number, 300 million monthly active users. So this is an indicator of the size of engagement that you might have and you might get. And they have over 50% of the direct deals with over 50% of the world's top grossing apps. So the world's 50% top grossing app are using Startapp. The Startapp Adventure, we have native ads, interactive ads, and interstitials. And we're just gonna find out in the next videos, in the demos, how to integrate the Startapp SDK and show this kind of advertisement, including banners, including interstitials, and any other ads that you might find out in the Startapp SDK. For the apps, you can see here, when we Startapp started in December 2010, they didn't have that much. So when they move on along, here January 2012 and December 2011, they just started with some apps. So maybe less than 1,000. But notice here that the viral growing of the Startapp application. So you can see the difference here, the growth. They have really impressive and immersive growth here. So you can notice here the growth they did in just a matter of 3 years. They have right now over 170,000 apps that are using their SDK. So yeah, this is a great result here. 170,000 application are using the Startapp SDK. This is something great. We have about 300 million active users that are using the Startapp applications on different store, on web, on Android, on iOS, on Windows Phone. For the different, all the platforms are available on all the technologies that Startapp support. So right now, let's talk about SDK. We have 5.5 billion SDK downloads. So you can imagine how many times the SDK has been used. So right now we have SDK 3.0, which is the latest edition for the Startapp SDK, and new features are introduced there. They have the 360 and my plowing ad unit, and also they have video ads, insane CPMs. So this is a new feature added to the new Startapp SDK. You can download it in the next video as we're gonna show you. The global traffic comes from the US, from North America, which is basically Canada and United States, 38% of the total global traffic, 26% from Asia and Europe, 26% also, and the others are 10% here. Global partners and direct advertisers, from Disney to EA Sport to Bing. These are major advertisers that are using Startapp as advertising platform. So you can use Startapp as advertiser or as publisher. So in this series, we're just gonna show you how to use publisher account in order to monetize your application with advertisement. So these are global market, and you can see these top brands of the world that are using this great platform. These are the top grossing direct advertisers. We have one of the best top grossing direct advertisers that using Startapp SDK is the Game of War, and also we got Candy Crush and Candy Crush other version here. Also we got Clash of Kings, and these are the top of the greatest game in the world. So you can see they are using the Startapp platform. You might be the next. Media and awards. You can see here the global awards that Startapp gained during the last few years. So to summarize, we have over 350 million monthly active user. We have 170,000 apps that are using Startapp SDK, and over 5.5 billion SDK downloads. So what you waiting for, guys? Just click this link, ahmadads.com/startapp, and register in Startapp, and let's get started with the Startapp SDK and integration for your app and your game. So we're just gonna get started with the next video. I'm just gonna say thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to watch the next lesson where we wanna get started with Android SDK for Startapp and how to integrate it with your Unity project using Android or iOS or any platform you are looking for. So let's get started. I'm just going to show you how to get started with Startapp and how to register and take a quick overview of it before we get started with its SDK. So what I need you to do is just go into my website, ahmadads.com/startapp. So if you go to Startapp at my website, you're just going to enter the registration page for Startapp. So here is the registration form. You need to fill your data, first name, last name, your company if you have, email address, password, and you need to sign in. After you sign up, you can also use Google authentication for your login authorization. So you can click here and log in. After you just register, you're just going to receive an activation link. Just click on it and just continue with the registration. Alright, so after you register, just going to go to the startapp.com, and from there you can click login and log in as publisher. And just enter your name and password, and you will be redirected to this page. So this is the analytics page. In this page, which is the main page of Startapp, you will be in the dashboard or the analytics. So the analytics is your primarily the page that you most of the time you're just gonna visit. So here we have the revenue, we have impression, we have clicks, we have CTR, we have ECPM. We're just gonna explain this in a few seconds, but let me just give you a quick overview of my progress here in the Startapp. So let me just give you a custom report of my total earning. Let's start from, I started in April 2000. I started in April 2015, and right now it's September. So I'm just gonna let you see my progress here. So if I put here 1 April, okay, and click apply ban. So you can see here I made about $1,120 on Startapp. So you can see, notice my progress. I just started very small, $13 in April 5th, and again 16, 19, 22, and you can see there's increment here until I reached July 13. I made about $95 from 13th of July to 19th of July. And then here's my progress. You can see we have decrement in our earnings because I didn't put too much time in advertisement and in the advertisement and monetization of my app. I'm gonna explain this why we have this diagram. We just went to this stage. After that we just went down the curve. So why is that? Because you have to make sure that your app is getting a good amount of reviews. So as much as you have reviews, as much as you have encouragement for people to install your app, as much as you will get better installs of your app, and you will have more users. The more users that you have, the more money you will make. So this is something great. Okay, $1,000 for few months is not bad, you know. So you just put that advertisement in your app and just leave it there, and after that you're just gonna make money from it. So you can, I just have right now 3 apps. I have 3 active apps. I have Alphabet Board, Numbers Board, Shapes Board, but the most successful one right now is the Alphabet Board. You can see I made more than $1,000 from advertisement from this app. And you can see the countries here. The most countries, the most paying countries, or the most countries that I make money from is the United States. You can see here about $550. And United Kingdom, India, Australia, and Canada. You can see the number of clicks. For example, here in the US we got about 38,000 click. So this 38,000 click means $500 in the US. But notice here in the United Kingdom, in India, for example, I got more clicks. I got more clicks than the UK. So notice here, I got in India, I got about 20,000, but they pay me just $75. So every country got a click rate, and so it depends on the country. And the most paying country, as you can see here, is the US, and it differs from country to another. All right, you can scroll down, see the connection type, and you can see the device type, 50-50 almost for tablet and the mobile devices. And here you can see time comparison, and you can see the daily number of active users. So you can see here from the greatest number of active users from July 13th to the July 19th, and I got about 23,000 active user in this period. And this is a great number of users. So imagine that I have not 23,000 users, I have 2 million users. So my earning will be doubled. So this is something great. The much more users that you have, the more money that you make. This is something obvious. Right now, I just want to explain some of the terms that are used in the Startapp. So first, we just get started with the revenue. The revenue is the net amount of money that you made as a total revenue. So you can withdraw this to your bank and just gonna be a cash in your bucket. For the impression, which is the total number that the ads showed up. So if the advertisement, everyone play games, right? So when you run your game, you're just gonna see an ad. If you click on it, it just gonna be considered as a click. If you didn't click, it's gonna be considered as impression. So it's the total number of times that your ad just showed on a screen. So this is the impression. The click is obviously the number of clicks. So if somebody saw an ad and click on it, just gonna be considered as a click or counted as a click. The CTR, which is the click-through rate, which is basically the total number of clicks divided by the number of impressions. So right now, if you calculate 156,000 over 1,700, almost about 1,800,000. If you divide these two numbers, you're just gonna get this CTR. And what about the ACPM? ACPM is the total number of impressions divided by, let me rephrase it. ACPM is the total number of revenue divided by the total number of impressions multiplied by 1,000. So if you calculate that number, so let's calculate it together. 1, 2, 1, 2. Or 1, 2, yeah, 1, no, 1, 1, 2, 1 divided by the total number of impressions, which is 1,782,993 is equal to this number multiplied by 1,000. You're just gonna 0.62, which is known as ACPM. So the ACPM value is $0.63. So the more that you have ACPM, the more you have total in revenue. This is just basic explanation on the basic terms used by Startapp: the revenue, the impression, the clicks, and the CTR, and the ACPM. In the next video, we're just gonna continue our lesson and show you how to integrate the Startapp SDK into your application and start making money. So what you waiting for, guys? Just follow us in the next lesson, and let's do it.